Try to learn something about everything and everything about something. Skepticism is the highest duty and blind faith the one unpardonable sin. It is not who is right, but what is right, that is of importance. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of childhood into maturity. Perhaps the most valuable result of all education is the ability to make yourself do the thing you have to do, when it ought to be done, whether you like it or not. It is the first lesson that ought to be learned, and however early a man's training begins, it is probably the last lesson that he learns thoroughly. Of the few innocent pleasures left to men past middle life, the jamming of common sense down the throats of fools is perhaps the keenest. Science commits suicide when it adopts a creed. The chessboard is the world, the pieces are the phenomena of the universe, the rules of the game are what we call the laws of nature. The player on the other side is hidden from us. I'd rather have an ape for an ancestor than a bishop. It is far better for a man to go wrong in freedom than to go right in chains. Action is the catalyst that creates accomplishments. It is the path that takes us from uncrafted hopes to realized dreams. Economy does not lie in sparing money, but in spending it wisely. The foundation of all morality is to have done, once and for all, with lying, to give up pretending to believe that for which there is no evidence, and repeating unintelligible propositions about things beyond the possibilities of knowledge. God give me strength to face a fact though it slay me. The only people, scientific or other, who never make mistakes are those who do nothing. It is not what we believe, but why we believe it. Moral responsibility lies in diligently weighing the evidence. We must actively doubt, we have to scrutinize our views, not take them on trust. No virtue attached to blindly accepting orthodoxy, however venerable. The great tragedy of science, the slaying of a beautiful hypothesis by an ugly fact. The man of science has learned to believe in justification, not by faith, but by verification. Logical consequences are the scarecrows of fools and the beacons of wise men. Without seeing any reason to believe that women are, on the average, so strong physically, intellectually, or morally, as men, I cannot shut my eyes to the fact that many women are much better endowed in all these respects than many men. And I am at a loss to understand on what grounds of justice or public policy a career which is open to the weakest and most foolish of the male sex should be forcibly closed to women of vigor and capacity. We are prone to see what lies behind our eyes, rather than what appears before them. We live in a world which is full of misery and ignorance, and the plain duty of each and all of us is to try to make the little corner he can influence somewhat less miserable and somewhat less ignorant than it was before he entered. The improver of natural knowledge absolutely refuses to acknowledge authority, as such. For him, skepticism is the highest of duties, blind faith the one unpardonable sin. Surely there is a time to submit to guidance and a time to take one's own way at all hazards.